Welcome to Churba Palooza. It's gonna be a lot of talk, a lot of laughs, and a whole lot of churba.
Okay, I'm so excited to start this week's topic for many reasons, but let this be a disclaimer first, okay? That the views and opinions expressed by the podcast hosts, that's us, and our guests are our own opinions and based on our individual experiences and are not intended to malign, generalize, or stereotype anyone or anything. Now, speaking of guests, we have guests. Yay!
Yes!
For the first time. Our podcast episode for this week is called Why Marry a Filipina?
Mhm.
And we have, I think, the best resource persons because they are foreigners who married my Filipina friends. So, ladies, may I ask you to introduce your husbands now?
So this is my loving and handsome husband, Lawrence. Lawrence Heron. So yeah, he is from Michigan,
Hi, everyone.
US.
Ting, I'd like to say, though, that disclaimer about these opinions being our own, I can't really say if that's entirely accurate because I'm only allowed to share the opinions that my wife has given me.
Okay, let's add that on. Jack, your turn.
Yes. Hello to our listeners. This is Jack, and of course, I'm with my husband, Fern. Uh, Again, another disclaimer: he's not a foreigner; he's a Filipino, but he moved to the U.S. since he was 5. So he practically grew up in the U.S. Knows nothing about the Philippines. Still able to speak a little bit of Filipino, but he adapted really the culture here. So, hey, Han, say hi.
Hello, everyone. I had a lot of Filipino friends, so I tried not to forget the language, put it that way. I'm one of those try hard kind of person. This
Okay. We'll see how much you remembered. We'll see. We'll see later. All right. Are we ready to go? The next part is gonna go like a game. I'm going to run down some reasons based on our basic research and reasons to marry a Filipina. If you agree with my reason, please raise your sign. You have your signs, right?
Actually,
It's right here.
Raise your sign.
wait.
That's my waifu.
yes.
Oh yeah. All right.
And Fern has, that's my Filipino wife. So we raise your signs and then we can talk about it some more. Like, give us examples or situations where you see this trait in your wives, in your Pinay wife. Okay. We just want to keep this light and fun and maybe just gain a little insight on how and why your specific partnerships work. Okay. All
All right.
right.
Sounds
We are
good.
ready. She is beautiful.
I'm raising it for him.
Jack, why? Bakit si Jack?
Because he's so
Okay.
shy. I'm gonna answer for him.
Of course, the two husbands raised their signs. Let's start with Lawrence. Let us know how you find your wife beautiful. What physical attribute made you fall in love with her?
Her butt.
Did you see the butt right away? Chiclet.
I mean, it was pretty early on. Early enough. No, in all seriousness, though, obviously her smile and her eyes. And yeah, just always smiling, chiclet. Even when she's not really happy, she smiles. So you got to kind of watch out. But like that smile just always, it just makes you feel good,
Right. And her butt later.
And her butt.
Yeah, that came later. Right. Oh
Short
my God. And Fern, I know Jack raised the sign for you, but yeah, you meant to answer, right?
Yeah, of course. Actually, first saw Jackie on Facebook, and out of all I guess the women that was on there, she stood out.
Ooh.
I think it's because even now I tease her the way she had her hand, placed right like this, just like this.
Favorite pose.
And kind of find out all the pictures they're all like this. So Jackie has a pretty smile, she's very photogenic, so And of course, she has a nice butt too. You know,
You guys, I can't believe you just said that.
Listen,
but I,
women are deep and emotional and complicated. Us guys, we're simple. And we're very simple.
so I think
Oh
it's
my
I think it's their smile. Actually, you all have that.
Ooh.
You know, when I first saw you all, the first time I saw you guys pictures when you guys were young, you know. I mean, even now you guys got a pretty smile.
Yay! Thank you for
Good answer,
including me, Fern. Thank you. I agree with what you said. I love my friends and they're beautiful to me. All right. My next reason. She's a good communicator and she is able to engage in smart conversation. Again, these two agree. English is not our first language. And we girls talked before how like American English is not the same as the English that we learned in school back home. Can you give us an example of minor communication problems that came up? When does it work? When does it not work? Who wants to start?
I got two words for you. She and he. I get it. She's explained it to me, but yet here we are years later, and she'll still be talking about somebody. She'll be talking about my sister, and then she'll say, and he this, he that. And I went, he who? and like I get it, not having separate pronouns in the Philippines and in the Tagalog language. Yeah, that'd be really difficult. Still makes me giggle every time she does it. And I know exactly what she means now. I do. I know exactly what she means.
But I'm getting better. Right?
Really.
Better with practice, right, Chick?
Yeah, no, especially when I talk, fast, very fast.
But I was right from the beginning, I was very impressed because, again, she did speak very fluent English. And if you haven't noticed, I have a bit of a sarcastic humor. and that's not always easy to pick up on as a foreigner, right?
Yep.
But she laughed at my jokes from the very beginning, and I'm thinking to myself, she's either actually understands me or she just has no idea what I'm saying. And to this day, I'm not really sure which one it was, but I like to believe she actually understood me because that's what made me keep getting more interested.
Oh my God. I agree, Lawrence, that like your humor, American humor, is so different from ours. Right. And up to now, I still find myself in those situations where, oh my God, should I even say this out loud? Yeah, sometimes I understand exactly what they're saying and laugh. And sometimes I just laugh because I know that they're, making a joke that I don't know exactly.
You don't get it, right?
What it is.
Now it's gotten to be a game with me where I will try and say something with such a straight face that it confuses her. and she'll be looking at me and she's trying to figure out,
what
is he
he
serious? Because he sounds crazy right now. And I can see it in her eyes, and then I'll be like, I'm just kidding. And she's like, stop it. It's pretty funny. But it's fun for me.
That's what makes life fun for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think it drives her nuts. But it makes it fun for me.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just annoying.
Okay, let's give the floor to Fern.
I think the biggest thing with Jackie when she first got here is they talk so fast. I always tell her that slow it down. Filipino women from the Philippines now, they just talk so fast. Slow it down, because us American guys, well, we're not really that bright, are we? You know what I mean? So actually, when she first got here in the South, people talk funny already.
Yep.
They have that southern accent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that she was telling me that what is that guy saying? All that slang. It's like this. So I had to tell her, hey, this is certain ways. Different states, have their own accent. Of course, over here in the South, it's more the, how y'all doing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I still talk fast I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to slow it down, but I need some more practice, right?
Yeah, I think that's natural to Jack.
But I think there's something that I'd like to add on that. Even during the exchange of text messages, I think it's like there's really a language barrier because sometimes when he's at work and I'll text you, right? And then he would say, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it that way. You know, I'd get offended. And so, but we're still working on it.
That'll ask me all the time. She'll say, am I saying this correctly? We have a street near us named Haggerty. It's
Haggerty.
And technically that is Haggerty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody says Haggerty. And so she's saying it Haggerty, and she said, am I saying it wrong? And I'm like, no, all the rest of us are, but that's just kind of how we do it, So,
That's true.
but we run into that a lot, where she is technically saying it correct. It's just not the way we say it because we're just lazy. We speak lazy English, right?
Now, okay. She is a nurturing wife and mother, and she'll surely take care of you. What do you say? Let's start with Fern this time. How does she take care of you?
With Jackie, she's a good mom. I had to give that to her. I mean, she has a lot on her plate. She has to deal with me because I'm a kid. I'm a kid of heart. So
Are you the fifth?
Yeah,
Are you the
right.
pangana? You're the eldest.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
So not only she has to deal with my stubbornness, and then of course with her kids, they come first, and I already know that. Maybe before I was a little bit more selfish. I wanted to maybe compete with them, but then I realized it was silly. She's a good mom, and like I said, whatever she does with them, even though I'm away sometimes at work, yeah, I always tell her, go ahead, do something with all your kids. So at the same token, it wasn't the easiest, transition,
Yeah.
with
Adjustment,
the
right?
adjustment with kids that come from the Philippines to the States,
Yeah.
and my kids that were born here.
Yeah.
Because you're a blended family.
Right.
Yes.
It was an adjustment
Yeah.
for everyone,
For everyone.
good or bad, so, but I think we have a better understanding now,
Now. Mm-hmm.
than it was before. So, but going back to your question about a nurturing mom, yes, she is, and a good wife. So I want to say, she's also a good provider, so she does all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
but like I said, sometimes, I may have some needs, so it comes at this order: the kids,
Work.
the work, the household, the dog, and then me at the very end.
Yeah.
So
Oh, save the best for last.
There you
Oh,
go.
there
Have
you
to
go.
think of it that way.
Yeah.
so but when that time comes, it's all worth the wait. Come from.
Okay, let's pass the mic to Lawrence now. I think he might.
Okay.
I gotta stop my husband.
Chicklet is definitely a great mom. We don't have any kids together, but obviously she has a son. And I think where I was jokingly doing the half raise is she's very tough love, right? Like she's very stern, and so I guess that's why I'm like, when you say nurturing, like I think, oh, poor baby. And she's definitely not like that. She's like, this is best for you. No excuses. Do it,
Yeah.
And definitely always means well and looking out for everyone. But I noticed, I can't remember what it was. I said, yeah, how come you're always so sweet to everyone else? And then with me, you're like mean sometimes. Like there's no, like she just shaves the sweet off the top and gets right to the meat and potatoes. It's like, hey, you need to stop drinking so much Diet Coke because it's not good for you. And I'm like, yeah, where's the sweet part where that everybody else gets?
Well, you said
like
that's
you just cut.
stern.
Yeah, that's the stern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like she cuts the sweet out for me and goes straight to the stern, which is why I need the Diet Coke because it's sweet.
Mm.
Ah.
Yeah.
She can be very stern.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it?
You see, that's
You
it.
know what I mean?
Like you guys, how do your wives take care of you? Do they do your laundry for you, or what
Oh,
are
yeah,
the
when-
dynamics there? And
When it comes to that kind of stuff, she feels responsible to clean the house every 2-3 days, do all the laundry, cook every single day, and I'm trying to tell her like you really don't need to
Relax.
do all that. Like it's just like, I mean, I'm a pretty clean guy as guys go already.
Mhm.
But like I'm a once a week cleaner. I'm gonna clean the house once a week. If it gets dirty in between, oh well, it's just gonna be dirty for a couple days, and not a big deal. She's kind of like, oh my god, no, the dog got hair on the carpet. I gotta pull out the vacuum. I gotta clean all the, you know what I mean? It's like no, just let there be hair on the carpet for 2 days. It'll be okay, you know. And then like when she first got here, she was cooking every night, and I'm like, that's a lot of work. Like just cook something. I'm okay eating the same thing 2 or 3 days a week. I just am like the pan sit, I love it. So it's like, it just, yeah, I feel like she tries to make it go too much and makes it a little hard on herself. But also, I don't know how much of that is also kind of
Part of the culture. Yeah.
well, yeah, the
But
culture.
that's me.
And she, being that she just got here, she doesn't have a lot to do. So I know she's always trying to keep busy and find things to do. So, and she is a very good cook. I told her yesterday, what did you make yesterday? What was that? The little muffin things?
Puto.
Puto.
Cheese puto.
She made
Puto cheese.
puto, and she said she'd never had it, but we were at the Asian store and
Never
she saw
made it.
Oh, you never made it.
Yeah.
And she bought it. And I'm like, wow, yeah, that looks good. And brought it home. And I came home and did something on my computer and took a shower and come out. And all of a sudden, here it is. And I'm like, holy shit, it looks exactly like on the box. Nothing I make looks like the box. So,
Believe na believe.
yeah, obviously very, very good.
Now going to Fern, we were going into how your wife is an excellent homemaker. She'll make your house a home. That's what they think of Filipino wives. And I know Lawrence shared how Chiclet is at home. Now it's Fern's turn.
First of all, I'm a slob. So
Okay. We
Right
forgive
away.
you.
right away, Jackie corrected that. So I think Filipino women, they just have the DNA. It's part of their DNA. They got to clean. They got to take care of the man. They got to fix the meal. Without complaining. So, but at the same token, that was 3 or 4 years ago. She's changed now. She's as lazy as I am now. So just like yesterday, for example, I went to work. I come back, she said she got up at 11 a.m.
It's the weekend, honey.
and then
Yeah.
watched 2 Filipino movies with me. Okay. We haven't eaten yet. Nothing was done in the house. But I mean, I don't really say a whole lot because I know she works just as hard as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So if she wants to do that, so be it. But
Yeah.
when I want to be lazy, it doesn't work like that. She'll get upset. First of all, she'll stop talking to me and she'll start slamming stuff all everywhere. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Lauren.
Yeah.
I'm not really the tidiest person in the world. So
Yeah, I think he's like Lawrence. Like in a week, he would clean. Not like us, Chick, that every day it has to be clean. It has to
They
be
have a
ordered.
certain standard of cleanliness.
Yeah.
What I noticed though is that my standard, the clean is, we have a different definition.
Yeah.
Because my clean is everything's put away, everything looks organized.
Mhm.
But her idea of clean is, sweetie, 10 o'clock at night, she's in the shower. Sweetie, can you bring me the spray bottle of bleach and the scrub brush so I can clean the shower curtain? Like that kind of clean, right? Like that disinfected, deep
Yeah.
Deep clean.
Wild shower.
But she's less concerned about the everything in its place looks organized. I mean, not that she's not organized, but just like the little details. She doesn't care if her purse is on the stand out there. But those are the things that I would like always have in place, because then everything feels clean, even if it's only superficially clean.
And it's funny because initially when I got here, I think Fern got so used to being alone. That's why if I cook something for him, or if I ask him, what do you want to wear? Like how we do in the Philippines, he was uncomfortable. He's like, he didn't have to do that for me. And I would see him wash his clothes. And I'm like, hi, no, I got to do that. It's like, no, you don't have to do this for me. I've been doing this for myself for like how many years now. He's not used to it. And he's correct about like when I work, I want everybody to be working, not just me.
I think I'm just clingy. I want us to be in the same zone.
Yeah,
Even if
working together.
We're not either we're doing something together. Either we're doing something together, or I'm doing something, he's doing something, but just a thought that we're both busy on
In
something.
the same space.
Wait a minute. No, you just asked me. I asked you, when are you gonna mow the lawn? And he said, yeah, today. And he's like, sweetie, can you help me? What am I gonna do outside? I don't mow the lawn. I just want you to be there.
Oh, there you go, Lawrence. You're
Okay,
the
you want the
Honestly, I was
support?
hoping she'd pick up the dog poop, but she left it laying in the middle of the backyard, so I had to mow around it.
I already did yesterday. That's his job. That's your job to pick up the dog. But but again, like Ting said, we both of us agree. Like we want the togetherness.
When it's
whatever
something
we
I
do.
don't want to do, I want to have that togetherness, because then it makes it feel like it's not so bad.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
But she wants to do everything together, to the point where if I'm like, hey, I'm going to go in my room, and like she's on her computer editing some video or whatever, and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go in my room and or my office and play some video games or something. And I can tell like she just wants me to be around her. And it's like, but I'm not doing anything that you're doing, She would rather. So I mentioned to her about kind of our routine is, 9:30, 10 o'clock ish. We go to the bedroom, and I always watch TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, but that's when I watch TV. Watch TV for a half hour at night, whatever, before we go to bed. And Chicklet most nights will be like, as soon as we get in bed,
Dozing.
5 minutes on her phone, and then, And I said, maybe this is bothering my back, because I've had a lot of back problems lately. I said, maybe I'm just going to stay in, the living room on the chair or the sofa till I'm done, till I'm ready to go to bed. And panic, sheer panic on her face. You mean, what if I want to go to sleep and you're not going to be in the bed? And I'm like, it was just a thought. Maybe it was a bad idea. It's fine, but I got it, right? Like she just wants me to be there, whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. And I feel like it's a good thing, husbands and wives to be together, right? To spend time together. That's a good thing. Now, I want to know how your Filipino wives are good cooks. Are they? And what is your favorite thing that they've cooked for you? If you can tell us.
First of all, I'm Filipino, so my mom is Filipino, and I grew up eating her meals or her cooking. So to me, she's the best cook in the world. So it doesn't really matter, because I'm so just used to eating her meals. Then Jackie comes along, and I don't know what it is. It's like a traditional dish, where, my mom throws all kind of stuff in her dishes, and then she'll make the same dish
Differently.
and differently, different vegetables. Oh, you can't include that. You know, you can't add this. Or I'm like, well, I'm used to eating,
My mom's.
my mom's meals. For example, adobo.
And it's a
So
different kind of adobo.
right,
Mhm.
it's a different kind of adobo the way she cooks it, and then of course when she makes kare kare or sinigang, hers a lot more sour. I have to,
Or the sinigang. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But it's
so
good though, right?
mhm,
Mm.
it's good. I mean,
I'm with you, Vern.
right?
Sit down.
So
Not really for me.
oh, like the spaghetti, Filipino spaghetti
Oh my God.
compared to American spaghetti.
I was like ketchup.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So different.
But
Hot dogs.
I'm so used to it now. I don't crave our spaghetti like I used
Mhm.
to,
Mhm.
because when I make it, nobody else eats it.
Yeah.
But
Your tomatoes.
when we make the Filipino spaghetti, oh,
Everybody eats
that's
it.
out of this world,
Yep.
Mhm.
like the best thing there is. So I'm used to eating that now.
But am I a good cook?
But yeah, she's a good cook.
Can you be firmer with the answer? Is she
Um,
You need to be firm with your answer, babe. Come on.
I mean, she's not bad. You know what I mean? But
Oh my God.
I mean, it's edible.
Vern, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Uh, her best meal is the kare kare.
Kare kare.
Yeah.
I don't think
Like-
Every time we go to parties, she makes that. Everybody eats it up.
Ooh.
Jack, how do you make your kare kare? What do you use for your kare kare?
It's the same thing. Like how we cook it in the Philippines, but I just put some brown sugar on it.
Is it
Yeah.
oxtail or
No, I like pork belly or I like ribs. Beef sometimes.
Beef.
Beef, you use beef, it's really flavorful. Look at Lawrence, like, what are they talking
I know
about?
I'm gonna show.
I'll ask for your recipe later on. Okay, let's ask Lawrence.
First off, Chiclet's facing an uphill battle cooking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have, like I said, I have ulcerative colitis, so what I can eat is very limited. Nothing spicy, no wheat, a lot of just weird, different things bother me. And she'll be like, "Well," so the first thing she does is she starts asking me, "Can you eat this? Can you eat that? Can you eat
It's
that?"
trial and error.
And then a lot of times I'll be like, no, no, yes, and I have no idea. I've never tried. So she's really tries so hard to both come up with things I can eat, and then if it's something I can't eat, she tries to make like substitutions and adjust it. And a good example is the sinigang, right? So that's not something I can't eat, but she made that, and I was like, "What is that god awful smell of whatever you're cooking?" And I
The boiling meat.
So I tasted it because I told her I will try anything, And I'm like, the meat was really good. The broth, I'm not a fan. I will not be eating that. So the next time she's like, no problem, I can fix that. And she made it again, but
Nilaga.
she made it, nilaga.
Nilaga. Buto, buto.
And she used beef ribs. And I kid you not, like I pull this rib off and the meat just slides off the bone. It's so tender. And I was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Mhm.
Like, so, yeah, she's definitely an amazing cook. But I think the best thing she's made so far wasn't a Filipino dish at all. I love my mother's meatloaf. My mother's meatloaf is like a treat. And she's been even as an adult, like, every now and then she'll be like, "Oh, I made you a meatloaf," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, mom." Oh, we had like some ground beef, and I said, "Why don't you make meatloaf?" And she's like, "Yeah, all right, I can do that." And I said, "Holy shit!" This is better than mom's meal.
Wow.
No, I was afraid where the story was going when he was like after tasting it and holy shit, and there we go. But it's very nice of Chicklet to be making an effort to, you know, make the
Yeah.
meals that you can eat, especially with their condition.
So far, maybe ludo, like chicken caldereta, my caldereta. I
Yeah.
know, like the afritada, chicken afritada. That's Sting's favorite. Chicken afritada. And then he likes mungo, so I put
Yeah.
Oh, favorite. This is
Yeah.
favorite. Yep.
because we don't have you know, the malunggay here, or
Yeah.
Just put
What do you
spinach. Just put spinach.
yeah, just put
Mhm.
spinach and then pancit. His also his favorite. What else? I
So-
told him tonight I'm gonna fry a whole tilapia with head.
But yes, I'm also getting so hungry now talking about all this food. But you know what? You guys have it good. You know how they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So there you go. I think your wives are doing real good with that. Next, tell me if you've noticed this. Your Filipino wife loves to recycle things, especially leftover food.
The recycled.
Why don't I see the sign out for does
You
it
don't
just like to
recycle,
recycle, or does he like to
Jack, you don't
throw this
recycle?
out- throws things out?
I don't.
Up with your head.
I dispose right away. Like really.
Oh my god. Well, good for you because you know my basement is a mess because I'm like, oh, maybe I can use this for some time later and this. But your waifu, Lawrence?
Go ahead, Ting.
No, I'm fine. How about you? Go ahead, Lawrence.
Oh, wow.
You raised the sign.
Well, so first off, the way we do technical recycling here is they give us a orange bin, and any of your recyclables you throw in that orange bin, and on trash day you sit it at the curb, and they pick it up with the recycling truck and they recycle it. So that orange bin got filled twice in the year since I bought the house, and now it goes out every single time there's trash. Just to give you an idea, that Chicklet puts everything she can in that recycling bin. And I wasn't even aware of some of the things that can be recycled. Then there's the non-technical recycling.
Yeah, we're more
Like-
interested in that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is one of those situations where I had to literally say, this has gone too far and you can't live here if you do this. So how many of you use those little floss picks?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
you know that. Yeah.
I know
So
that.
I would go into the bathroom, and there in the cabinet on a piece of toilet paper is the little floss pick laying there used.
Chick.
And I'm like,
Okay.
these things are 60 for $1. It's $1. Okay?
It has been-
Wait, I rinse it, clean it.
Chick.
after-
Stop.
No.
$1 for 60.
No, because I don't want to keep, throwing stuff.
Do you
No.
want me to send you that for Christmas, Jake? Like 2 boxes of that?
No, number one, here, Chicklet, I have to tell you this. That's not sanitary.
Thank you.
Right,
I
Lauren?
rinse and I.
No. Anytime I find them anywhere, they are getting thrown away.
Yep.
And she keeps finding new places to hide her used ones. But I don't know where they're at now, but yeah. But
Well-
that's the extreme level of recycling.
Do you think, Lawrence, that maybe it's because she's thrifty, or she's not wasteful, she'd rather, just save on that and spend on something else?
So I would like to believe that, except for, and this is where we have a communication gap.
Yes.
Because I'll spend $200, $300 a month on food. One more person shows up, and our food bill goes to $1,000. And I'm like, how does this happen? Because you're not thrifty when it comes to food.
Yes.
Like so it's kind of like, different priorities when it comes to, like, does she want to spend a penny and a half on a floss pick? No. But she's happy to spend $12 on a steak. And You know what I mean? So
Yes. Oh gosh. And this is something you should know about Chiclet. This, right, Jack? She eats so much, but she doesn't really,
Gain so much weight.
gain weight.
hey, I don't need you to tell me that. I see what she
Yeah.
eats.
Yeah, she eats
So
okay.
much.
So much.
Oh, yeah.
Now tell me this, guys. I don't know. Like haggling is not really a thing, probably in North America, but have you seen how your wives haggle like a pro? Does she drive a hard bargain?
If she has to make a phone call to Amazon for something, she's getting $5 off. Forget about it. End of story. You name it. If she has to get on the phone to somebody, she is getting a discount. Doesn't matter if it costs $5 and she gets 5%. She doesn't care that that's
Yeah,
20
they
cents.
have to
I
give-
She's
think
getting that discount.
Yeah.
Give me a discount.
you should be learning how to use coupons then, chick. Do you use coupons?
yeah, always use coupon, like
Yes,
about
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
When I have a friend that kind of like have a whole room
Yeah.
and just doing that CVS coupons. But go ahead, honey.
Jackie will sit there, for like 30 minutes just to get a $5 off or whatever it is. And I'm waiting outside. I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the $5. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay.
That is so funny.
You know,
Always like that. Like
just like yesterday, here I am. I'm already outside. She's in there getting all these coupons, trying to get all this, discounts, whatever.
I don't know if you guys have Menards there, but Menards is kind of like a Home Depot. It's a different brand. And they do a thing where you take your receipt, you go online, you print out a form, and you get 11% cash back on your whatever you spend.
Rebate.
Yeah, rebate.
Rebate.
But the thing is, they make you mail it in
Yeah.
like with a
It's too much
stamp.
work.
And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even own stamps. She did it. So, like, yeah, she
But
definitely
she'll do it. Yeah.
wants those rebates and coupons. So
Yeah.
she is frugal in that sense, but just that frugality stops when it comes to food. Forget about it.
There you go again with the food.
Thing,
Yeah.
I remember there was a time, I think this like when I first got here and I was looking for, I have some Filipino friends that were telling me, hey, go to the thrift store. There's really nice stuff in there. So I remember I was bringing him there. It's like, Han, come on. We were like scouting for the whole thrift stores in the within the area. And every time we would go there, he was like, come on, this is just be other people's junk. Let's go.
Other people's junk.
Now, yeah. If
It's
you
like,
put it that way, yeah.
yeah, he also has a habit of like when you go to Walmart or whatever store, like I kind of like get a pack of, let's say a pack of meat or a pack of steak, and it'd be like something dollars, and he would always go to like the bigger size, and he's like, Han, all you have to do is add $1 or $2 and you get a bigger one. And I'm like, no, we get this, it's too much. It's like, come on, just add $5 and you get you're gonna get more.
Yeah.
He's like that, and he's
Yeah.
teaching me to be that way, but I can't.
I think you save more if you get like the
Yeah,
The large, the
the
bulk.
big
Yeah.
He's teaching me, yeah.
That's what we do in Costco now. Lawrence and I are like, I know Lawrence didn't really, like care before, but now because we're always in a budget, right? So
Yeah.
we were like, okay, sweetie, so this steaks, like how much was it? Five New York strip loin
Like $45.
for $45, right? So okay,
But see, to me, that's even too expensive.
yeah, for
Him
him,
too. For him too,
Like-
yeah.
me no, like seriously, like
Because-
45 divide by 5.
But she would do that like every week or two. And I'm like,
Every week we have
$45
to
for
have
steaks.
steaks.
$45 for
Oh.
steaks. Yeah, $45 for steaks. To me, that's like every
Yeah.
once in a while. Like, I would not do that. Give me 5 pounds of ground beef for $12.
In Canada, like every week I I have to have
Yeah.
steak. So
I guess when it comes to like spending in America, just because you're newcomers to the US, I think we can learn a lot from your husbands too
Oh, yeah.
about
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
how to save money and what to buy, how to spend your money. How about sending things back home? Do you see that in your wife? Have you learned about our balikbayan box?
And I was like, what?
Why don't I just send you
The money.
the $125 that I paid for the damn box so you can have food?
Join us for part 2 next week here in Churvapalooza.